Hey everyone, Jeff Sari from The Practical Drummer here. I'm going to show you video 9 in this 10-part series of syncopated drum grooves in 4/4. I just made this one up. It's pretty cool because the snare drum is on the 2, the da of 2, and on the and of 4 as accents, with some ghost notes thrown in there as well, which I'm going to show you. And so I'm going to, in the bass drum plays a kind of pseudo 4/3 pattern. So I'm going to play it up to speed, and I'm also going to throw a fill in there, a syncopated drum fill, which is easy to play but sounds cool. And then I'll break it down for you. Okay? Here we go. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm playing eighth notes on the hi-hat, pretty simple. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay? The bass drum is playing 1 and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E, 3E and a 4E and a 1. So again, you can sing 16th notes while you play eighth notes. 1E and 2E and even though I'm not playing the E's or the does, I can still sing them so that I can sync up the bass drum, which are on some E's and does. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1. Okay? Okay. The snare drum follows this pattern. So there's going to be a ghost note on the E and the and of 1. 1E and, 1E and 2E and that's the first half of the measure. 1E and, so 1E and 2E and so the 2 and the da are accented. Okay? And then it's 3E and 4 and. 3E and 4E and 1. So 3E and 4. There's a double there. Da 4. Da 4 and. So the and is the accent, okay? So just the snare line itself, the whole measure. Okay? So that's slowed down. Now what we have to do is put these all together, okay? And that goes like this. 1, 2, slowly, 3, 4. So you can see, I think the first 2 measures I might have missed the da of 4 with the bass drum. So, you know, it took myself a long time to kind of figure this out, probably about a half an hour, to really kind of sit with this groove, make sure it was replicable every time, the same thing, and then I had to figure out exactly what my limbs were doing, where on the 8th notes and 16th notes they're falling, okay? Once you get that, though, you can play it up to speed, okay? So I would recommend right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? The fill, very easy. What it is I'm going to play the left foot on quarter notes. All I'm doing is going ghost note on quarter notes. 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1. Okay, so it's E and 1. Okay, so you're starting kind of the fill on the E on the tom, so it's off beat, right? So with the quarter note, 2, 3E and 4E and. Okay, but what I'm doing is now doubling the ghost notes to make them 30-second notes. So instead of Okay, and up the speed. Okay, so 1E into 2E into 3E into 4E into... Okay, so you can see that sounds kind of cool. You don't have to add the double strokes in, but they sound pretty rich when you do. So putting these together, okay, and then I'll show you one variation. So, 1, 2, 3... Okay, so that last time, which is another fill idea, instead of 1E and a 2, I go 1E and a 2. It's opposite. So instead of the E and, it's the da 1 or da 2 onto the quarter note. So, okay, so either way sounds really cool. And so one other variation for the groove is to play a triple stroke. Okay, so you're adding in a 16th note. I figured this one out where every time I hit a, when I hit the 2 and the and of 4, I'm gonna, right on that beat, I'm gonna do the triple stroke. So it would be, see that? That's it. So it's kind of cool because it's 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. 1 and... See that? So you have one on the downbeat and one starting on an and. So it's kind of strange. And so it's pretty easy though because you do it with the accent. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so try that out, practice it up, and bring it to the ride cymbal. It's an added challenge to play the left foot on the quarter notes or the ands, right? So let's just play the quarter notes, go to the ride cymbal. 2, 3. You know, something like that, right? So I kind of flubbed that fill up at the end. But you get what I'm saying, right? So you just practice this stuff and try to make it seamless. It took me a couple measures to get really into the groove playing the left foot because you've added another dimension here. Now you have to make sure you're playing the same groove but now getting the left foot going, right? Or the right foot if you're a lefty. So try that out. Post some comments. Love to hear how it goes. Take care.